Hey guys, it's Katie at scrappingkatie.ctmh.com, and this is a video showing you days 1 and 2 of my Days of December album. So this cute little basket is everything I'm going to need to complete my Days of December album from Close to My Heart. So I've printed off the instructions and I've already pre-cut everything. And this was so easy. I don't know if you saw my Instagram post or Facebook post, but I took this with us to Thanksgiving and completed all the cutouts probably in about 2 hours maybe. Even got it sorted and in little bags. And so I'm going to be doing a video series where I will put together my pages with my photos and walk you through that process. So in this basket, I have the ink, I have all the bags sorted out by layouts, the page protectors, the stamp set, and then my album. And so how it's going to work is today I'm going to do the title page and days 1 and 2. So I'm going to do this in arrears. That way I can have the photos printed and go ahead and put them in my album. So I'm going to pull the bags for the title page and then layout 1, which actually is days 1 and 2, if that makes sense. And it's all in the instruction guide. If you purchase the kit, you would have downloaded that and gotten those printed either on your home printer or send it off to print. So not only do I get the cutting guides, but I get detailed instructions on how to put these layouts together. So this is the title page and it's using the PML cards from Holly Jolly. And then it tells me step-by-step instructions. So I'm just going to adhere this PML card to some craft cardstock and then a zip strip that was cut to size. And I'm just going to trim that a little bit. And then I'm going to start layering on the pieces. And the instruction guide tells me to lay that bottom piece 1/2 inch from the bottom, and then you just go up from there. So that was a zip strip, and then this is a piece of B&T, which is background and texture paper in the Close to My Heart world. And then I'm going to adhere this down as well as some little side pieces over to the left. And I love this album because not only do I get to document my family's memories in December, which can get pretty busy, but everything's done for me. All the thinking's done. You will see that I'll probably change some things up here and there, but for the most part, it's all done. And all I have to do is take the photos, document the memories, do minimal stamping, and then it's done. So on that, I just stamped that bow on some of that candy apple? No, not candy apple. Green apple cardstock that I pre-cut with the thin cut. So that title page is done. And then now I'm going to work on days 1 and 2. So I'm pulling everything out of that bag. And so that left page, day 1, is all built on this one piece of 6x8 paper. And that's another thing, is that a 12x12 sheet of paper on this size album can easily be cut down because that's just 6x8. And then what's left is a 4x6 that can be used for a photo mat or details on another page, whatever you want to do. That little dovetail, all I do is cut down the center and then cut from corner to that cut. And then it creates that little dovetail. This number, believe it or not, is number 1. You can't really see it, but once you look closely, you're like, oh yeah. It also, the stamp set has the title December, and I love it because it's kind of doodled on, I guess, for lack of a better word. Hopefully you can see the details here in just a second once I ink this up. If you can't, then you should be able to see in the photos after this video. And then if you still can't, check out my blog and I'll link that below in the comments. And so while I have the ink out, I'm going to go ahead and ink up the number 2. And also love the stamp set because each of the numbers has a different pattern. So this day one, the prompts that Close to My Heart provided was memories. And so we were driving back actually on December 1st from a long road trip. And so I just took 4 photos that I snapped along the way and then just put them in a photo grid app and printed them. And then right here, I'm adding the Holly Jolly enamel dots, and then I'm going to journal up in the top left. So day 2 basically is a full 4x6 photo at the top, and then a 3x4 photo at the bottom, and it's actually put on a 4x6 piece of B&T that's kind of decorated as you see here. That's what I'm doing. And again, I'm just pointing out that the instructions tell you to put that red piece of paper, that candy apple piece of paper, half an inch from the bottom. So this is where I kind of followed my own rules. Number 2, the prompts that Close to My Heart gave you was red and green, but I have not decorated anything in my house. So I went ahead and did wish list. And so this is a copy or a photo of the kids' actual wish lists. And I just trimmed that down to 3x4. And then the top photo was going to be both of them holding it, but I accidentally printed on an 8.5x11 sheet instead of a 4x6. So I'm going to have to come back and reprint that. So right here, I'm just adding the various page protectors, and I've gone ahead and put them in order, and I'm just adding them to my album, and then I'm going to add my layouts into the page protectors. So after I take my photos, I'm going to add my journaling. And so for right now, until I get that 4x6 reprinted, I'm just putting a placeholder in there. And there you have it. Here is a look at the prompts that Close to My Heart has provided for use with this Days of December, but you can do any that you want. Don't forget to check back tomorrow to see days 3 and 4, and I'll be doing this until I get this album completed.